All right, Scot Pekarek, Tumor Tales. Boom, baby. All right, I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, at my brother's house. Camera's over here, Scott. Had kind of a weird last 24 hours. I got up about this. Well, I was up earlier than this time yesterday. I've been up for a bit here. Kids are sleeping. They got me up a couple times last night. But yesterday morning, my wife and I and the boys were scheduled. We're getting up, getting ready to head to Phoenix, scheduled for a 3 o'clock flight. And Jess, my wife, was up all night just sweating and just excruciating pain, diarrhea, throwing up. She has like this, her right leg just was just terribly in pain. We ended up taking her to urgent care about this time yesterday. They ended up giving her an antibiotic drip, and I think she's got some kind of like, they ruled out blood clots, did an ultrasound and stuff, and they believe that she's got pretty massive infection in her leg. In fact, we made a decision that I was going to bring the boys, Nico and Bowden here, the twin 5-year-olds we have. I was going to bring them to Phoenix, and she was going to get treatment and then try to come today, which may or may not happen. It's pretty bad. But she's a trooper. She's an animal. She's hanging in there. So I flew for the first time with 2 5-year-old terrorists in training, and it went awesome. The kids were wonderful. They were fantastic. So got here to Phoenix. I've probably talked about this before, but Jesse's a real estate agent down here, a really good one, by the way, like an awesome one. And I mean that sincerely. Like I learn, I've been in the business 20 years and I learned from him. And he's got this nonprofit he runs called Happy Hooves. And what they do is they do a therapy animals, basically. So if you want to come to Phoenix and hang out, he's got 3 miniature ponies and 2 miniature donkeys. So if you want to come down to Phoenix and, hang out with some animals on his little farm here, by all means, put something in the comments and I'll hook you up. Or go to Happy Hooves. Happy Hooves AZ, I believe is the website, happyhoovesaz.com, and you can get in touch with Jesse and his husband Brian and book an appointment. Speaking of which,
and we're now on Airbnb experiences too. So if you want to check us out on miniature horse and donkey care on the farm, we're on Airbnb experiences in Phoenix, Arizona.
Wonderful, wonderful thing they're doing here. They're talking about building a guest house so you can actually stay here. Which, sorry people, I got the first week. I'm sending nothing else. I'm sending the boys down here and getting a little vacation from them. But that's where we're at now. It looks like I haven't showered in 2 days because I haven't. I was planning to go for a run yesterday when my wife was like, we got to go to the doctor now. I had to carry her to the car. Bumped her foot into like a door twice. Even when she was in the wheelchair, I bumped her into the elevator when I was wheeling her to the ultrasound. So stupid. I'm so stupid. Anyway, but that's what happened. I was gonna go for a run, and she's like, "No, we gotta go now." So I didn't have the Tumor Tales shirt on. I just added that because if you could smell me right now through this video, you would be like, "Get off the camera, Scott, and go shower." But I'm gonna go for a run this morning. Then I'm gonna work on personal hygiene. But one of the things I wanted to talk about, and I won't do in this video, I just kind of want to get everybody up to speed of what's going on. Medicinal marijuana is legal in Arizona, as it is in Minnesota. But my brother-in-law has, I don't like flying with the oils and stuff, so he's got stuff down here. He's got a card, so we're going to go to a dispensary today and get him some stuff. And one thing he got yesterday, and I'm going to talk about this later today. I might even do a second video. But this is commercial grade Rick Simpson oil, and I have Rick Simpson oil, and we're going to talk about it on a later video. So that's coming up later today. Thanksgiving's tomorrow. But guys, be thankful every day you're alive. I don't care what affliction you have. I have a brain tumor, and I'm thankful for every damn second. So that's my wish for everyone. You know, no matter what challenge, what mountain you're climbing, be thankful you get to climb it. You know, there's always someone who has it worse, and I know that's for some people you don't want to hear that, but there are. And you know, go find that person that has it worse and be a beacon of light for them, right? Like, I talked about this on Facebook the other day, and if you'll indulge me another moment or two, there's people in your life, and there's programs, and there's experiences that help guide you, and I look at it as like these navigational beacons in life, and the navigational beacons are there not just when it's dark. Like, you know, boating is a great example. They have all these buoys in the water, and you know, the easiest example is, you know, you go between the red and the green, right? That kind of denotes a channel to keep you from running your boat aground or getting in other difficult situations in a nautical sense. So, and it's a little more complicated than that, but we're going to go with that. So, but there are people in life that serve as those navigational beacons, and you need to seek them out and recognize them. You know, some people call them mentors, some people call them coaches. Hell, they're neighbors. I've got great neighbors who, you know, asked me if I want to go to church the last couple months, and I'm like, you know, and I did. One of them, you know, Jana Peck, she brought me her Bible when she found out I had a brain tumor. Gave me her Bible. And I was raised Catholic, and I have not been practicing. I haven't, you know, unless you were dead, unless you were getting married or you were having a baptism, you weren't going to get me into a church voluntarily. And so I voluntarily went to church with Jana and Travis Peck on Sunday this week, and it was awesome. And I'll tell you, church has changed from my growing up as a Catholic altar boy. There's no question about it. And you know, there's like a rock band there now, which was cool. You know, I can dig it. I can also get into Buddhism and you know, all kinds of different, you know, Hinduism, here's me, Judaism, Islam. I don't care. Like, you know what? I want to embrace spirituality in all its forms. I happen to identify with being a Christian. That's how I was raised. You know, the church I went to was non-denominational, but you know what? There was power there, and it was awesome. Just like, if you can be around good people, you can never be around too many good people is my point. And these people can all be navigational beacons. Last time I was here in Arizona, I ran into Carrie Schumacher, who was one of those people for me early on in my professional career. Carrie Schumacher, farm girl from Wisconsin, was my group manager at Target Corporation. Rick Geisler, another farm kid. I believe you're on a farm kid, Rick. You know, these are people who were there for me early on in life. And now I have so many people that it's hard to even, like, you know, Morgan McAdam, who got me to an AA meeting last week. You know, he didn't get me there. I asked to go. I went with him to an AA meeting, Alcoholics Anonymous, okay? Because, you know, I've had a tenuous relationship with alcohol my entire life, basically, since I've been a teenager. And, you know, my family suffers from alcoholism, and some will admit it, some won't, but... And not everyone, like we all have a different chemistry in our body and stuff. But I went to an AA meeting with Morgan like 2-3 years ago. He gave me his big book. He bought me a blue book. I call it the blue book, and I reached out to him last week and said, look, you know, I want to drink again. I have had some drinks, made some stupid decisions, and I need you. You know, I really want you in my life to help me through this. And he went. He said, you let me know when and where. And we went to, you know, my brother-in-law, Adam Dewar, my sister-in-law, Allie Dewar, my brother, Jesse, my brother-in-law, Brian, my brothers, Ryan, Jeremy, Corey, you know, Steve. I'm leaving out people. I hate naming names because I'm always going to miss a name. So anyway, there's more people I can thank. But today, it's a message about gratitude. I'm going to talk about Rick Simpson oil later, so we're going to get back on topic. But think about the navigational beacons, you know, whether it's people, whether it's organizations, whether it's principles, guiding principles you have. Focus on that and use that Use that not just when it's dark. Use that when it's light too. Those navigational beacons, those nautical beacons are there during the day to keep you out of the rocks. And because sometimes it's when things are brightest that you can really put your guard down and end up in the rocks too, because you get a little too cocky. Some people call it hubris. But all right, that's the message. I went long, like always, but remember, make every second count. You don't know when it's your last. And have a great day, everyone. Have a great day. Boom! We'll see you later.